Okay, this is a response to Mark R. Pearson, the legendary PEARSON101'S 20 questions. Okay, I'll answer these as best as I can. Some of these answers may not be serious, but what the fuck? Who is pound for pound the best wrestler in the world today? I'm going to say Bryan Danielson, because he said so, and I believe him. If you could watch only matches from one wrestler for the rest of your life, who would it be? I would choose Rob Van Dam, just because he has a lot of innovative moves and events, and even though he may be that spot monkey thing going on, I always enjoy his matches. Sexiest woman wrestler, I would say Shelly Martinez, who's known as Ariel, because I like the goth rocker look. He's wrestling best announcer. I'd say Joey Styles back from the original ECW days, but at the moment I think it's JBL out of the ones we got there. Is wrestling better or worse than 5 years ago? 5 years ago was a point where I wasn't really like that interested. I think like WWE was probably better. TNA was just starting, and like even though I didn't watch any of it, I like followed it through reading, and it just seemed like a bit of a Jeff Jarrett ego trip back then. So I think overall it probably is better now, but as far as the mainstream WWE is concerned, not a chance. Will TNA turn a profit in 2008? I think this all depends. Like, if they stop hiring like rehashed wrestlers that are like from WWE and wasting money on like people like Pac-Man and that, then maybe they will. And it all depends on like how the 2-hour deal goes, and if their video game sells well, I expect that'll gain some fans. When Vince McMahon retires, who should replace him? I suppose the only logical one I could think of there would be Shane O'Mac, because he knows his wrestling. But then again, he did endorse the Jackass angle, so I'm not sure. Who is the more underrated wrestler in the world? Probably someone like Shelton Benjamin, or London and Kendrick, or someone like that. Who is the most overrated wrestler in the world? I'd go with Batista, simply because I don't think he deserves his status. I mean, to me, he's no better than fucking Albert or Test. Who's wrestling's best brawler? I'm going to go with Big Van Vader from back in the day, because I recently watched a match with WCW with Cactus Jack and Vader, and God, immense. Like, he just had immense brawling skills. Basically, he literally looked like he pummeled the fuck out of you. Who's the best current wrestler on the mic? I really enjoy MVP's work, but there is like Colt Cabana. I mean, every promo he does makes me laugh pretty much. So I'm going to go Colt Cabana. Will ECW be able to survive 2008? It all depends if they like re-sign the contract with Sci-Fi. I mean, as far as I know, like that, it gets a strong rating for like that network, so I could imagine it will. And plus, like, that show needs to be there just for like wrestlers like John Morrison and Elijah Burke to shine, because if they had to go back to Raw or SmackDown, they'd get lost in the shuffle. Who was WWE's MVP of 2007? I would say Edge or Shawn Michaels, but I'm going to go with Matt Hardy, simply because he puts on like solid matches with pretty much anyone, and you can tell he like helps out younger wrestlers like The Miz and Chris Masters, who he's even been able to have real good solid matches with. TNA's MVP of 2007, I think I'll go with Kurt Angle, simply because of the way he's used and everything. It was ROH's MVP of 2007. I'm gonna like go with either Bryan Danielson or the Briscoe brothers. I haven't like watched shitload of ROH, but everything I've watched of it, those two like have given like the most consistent performances. should TNA place more emphasis on its younger talent or established stars? I think it should definitely like place a hell of a lot of emphasis on its younger talent, because like that's like those guys are the future, man. I mean, sure, there's a place for like Kurt Angles and Stings or whatever. But if they really want to go somewhere artistically, then the younger guys should definitely get more of a chance. If WWE could add one talent to its roster, who should it be? That's tough. I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, I could see Abyss in WWE. But I think I'm going to go with Nigel McGuinness, because like, it'd be good to see like a face British guy, yeah, that like wasn't a stereotype, and plus I could like see him like hanging a like believable feud like with Cena or someone like that. TNA could add one talent to its roster, who should it be? Probably Chris Jericho, because that would get a lot of attention, and like I think you could have some shit hot matches with some of the guys there, and it'll get them attention. If wrestling is your fave sport, what is your second? I'm not a really big sports fan, but I do have a passing interest in boxing and MMA, and also like when the World Cup's on, I watch football. And lastly, what is the best pay-per-view of the last 12 months? I don't know. I would say Respect is Earned. Like that's the first whole Ring of Honor show I saw, and I was blown away by it. But I don't know if that's the best. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna say Respect is Earned. Fuck it. That was brilliant. Like, you know, even though I haven't watched enough ROH to consider myself an RH Markle fan, I really want to. So there you go. So these are Mark R. Pearson 101's 20 questions. Thank you very much for making this video and thinking of these questions, because they're really fucking good. And I hope you'll watch and like my answers, and if you want to like call me to task on any of them, leave me a comment or something. Thank you very much.